Hi, this is Holly from HS Homemade, www.hs-homemade.blogspot.com. Today we're going to make a mini magazine holder for an A2 size card. And it is made basically for a gift, or you can put cards in it to hold them there, or you can give them as a gift. I thought it would be a great way to give a stack of cards, a pack of cards to somebody. I saw this idea online on a friend's website, and it is southerninkerbells.blogspot.com. She got it from cardsbykatie.blogspot.com, and both of those blogs are on the side of my in my blog list on my homepage. So I'm going to go back to this picture because this is a better picture. This measures 3 inches by about 4 inches. So these cards in this box are about 3 by 3, something like that. And the one that Katie did is the same size. Well, a friend of mine called me the morning that Beth put this on her blog and said, "Okay, Holly, you need to go look at that because we need to make these." Because they're great for, they would be great to give as gifts to people. So anyway, here it is, and this is what we're going to do. This size, like I said, is 3 by 4. I am actually going to make one that fits an A2 size card. It's a little bit bigger than that. It's roughly about 4 3/4 inches by 5 1/2 or so. So it fits an A2 size card perfectly. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have there will be two parts to this, because I need to keep up with YouTube's limit, and it's just easier to download or upload 2 smaller videos than it is one huge one anyway. Okay, so let's get started. This is the one that is the small 3 by 4. Okay, and then the difference is, you can see the difference. Here's the one that's for the A2 size card. Here's an A2 size card. It just fits perfectly in there. I was thinking you probably at least get 6 to 8 in there. So, depending on how thick your card is. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to start, if I were you, I would go to cardsbykatie.com and .blogspot.com and look at her picture. She has a step-by-step pictures of this. And so just to get a general idea of what we're going to do, my measurements are totally different than hers because it's a bigger box. But you'll basically get the basic view of what you're going to be doing. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Let me get my little cheat sheet here. And you're going to score at 5 1/4 and 6 3/4. So that's 5 1/4 by 6 3/4. You're going to turn your paper clockwise, and you're going to score at 1 3/4 and at 6 1/2. Okay, and then you're going to cut these lines. This second 2 set of lines that you just made, you're going to cut from the bottom here all the way to that first score line, and then from the top all the way to the first score line. So let me show you what that'll look like when we're done. I'm sorry if I'm my head's getting in the way, but okay, so we're going to do it exactly again. You can go up to that first score line, and then start at the top and come down to that score line. So what you're going to have, you're basically going to have 3 sets of flaps, okay? And your score lines are going to be right down the middle, okay? So that's what you're going to have. Now, the next step is you're going to have to take off some on each side here of each flap, okay? So this is the top flap, this is the middle flap, and this is the bottom flap, okay? So on each side here on the top flap, you need to take off 1/2 inch. On the bottom, you also need to take off 1/2 inch on each side. And the middle one you need to take off 1 3/4 inches. So go ahead and do that, and you will come out with a piece looking like this. So the top and the bottom will still be the same size, but the middle one will be in about 1 inch from those two. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold these half side, this middle side, into your score line. So basically you're going to fold this flap right here in half. Okay? So you're going to do that on both sides. And what you need to do is you need to make sure all of your score lines are very crisp. Okay, this is a very thick piece of cardstock that I'm working with today, and so you need to just make sure that all your score lines are very crisp. Just turn them over, use your bone folder, and really make them crisp. Okay. Now what you're going to do next is you're going to make a dot from this corner to here that is 3 1/4 inches in from each side, and I have it written here, 3 1/4 inches from the top over to the side. Make a dot on both sides, and then you need to go down 3 3/4 of an inch and make a dot, and the same on this side, 3 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut from this dot to this dot. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. So from this dot here, that's 3 1/4 inch, to this dot down here, that is 3 3/4 of an inch from the top. That's going to give you your slanted edge on this magazine holder. So again, from each dot. Okay. All right. Now all we have to do, all we have left to do is to fold it and glue it. So that's going to be in my second video, and I'll see you there in just a few minutes.